Yo, what's up, guys? So, we got some brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards to check out today, and I'm pretty excited to see what the Snake Eyes has for us, because I was really interested in the Snake Eyes archetype, but never really took off. But also, you might notice the background is different. We are not in the States, we're in OCG land. Got myself a pudding Pikachu drink, but let's get started with the video, and you guys are going to be probably seeing in the next upcoming days some cool OCG content for the channel here. But let's get started with the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and if there's like an echo in here, well, it's just the room. Anyways, starting right off, we have the new Snake Eyes Diabell Star. So this is a brand new fire spellcaster effect, level 8, 2800, 26 defense, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn, and the first part is when an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster and this card face up in the owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spells. The second part is if this card is a continuous spell, you get to target one fire monster in your graveyard except for Snake Eyes Diabell Star. Place it face up in its owner's spell and trap zone as a continuous spell, and if you do, special summon this card. It's not really what I thought was for the Snake Eyes. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm actually thinking of the Evil Eyes. This is it's completely different. Okay. Anyways, next up, the Battle of the Sinful Spoils is a brand new quick play spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. First part says target cards you control up to the number of Sinful Spoils cards that are banished and or in your graveyard, and or cards your opponent controls up to the number of the Sinful Spoil cards that are banished and or in their graveyard, and destroy them. The second part is if this set card is destroyed or banished by an opponent's activated effect, you can shuffle up to 2 cards on the field into the deck. I mean, that's a pretty good effect, but good luck. Maybe you can force it, you can run those artifacts. Alright, next up though, we have some new more Goblin support. So this is a brand new, looks like it's a rank 3 called the Goblin Biker Grail Trio. So the Light Warrior exceeds effect, rank 3, 1700 and 0. Its requirements are 2+3 level 2+ level 3 monsters. The first part says there are 3 more exceed materials attached to those monsters on the field. Your Goblin monsters can attack directly. It's not that bad, but considering like you run like, what is it, Goblin Orc, or was it Goblin Elite Attack Force? Or, you know, it might be Giant Orc, but let's say you pen for a bunch of cards, but then you still have to make this, technically this counts as a Goblin, and it's, what, it's 1700 attack? Maybe you could just like OTK your opponent if you ran some pens with it. But anyways, the second part of the effect is once per turn, if a monster that is normal or special summon all those monsters on the field, you can target one of them, detach one exceeds material from a monster on the field, and if you do, change the targeted monster's battle position. Third effect is, once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach a material from a monster on the field, and if you do, negate the attack. I mean, this is potentially a pretty cool effect, considering it just detaches the material on the field. So if you can make it, because it is a generic, maybe against some matchups, you can have a pretty good, easy, free win. But next up, we have the Goblin Biker Pile Up, which is a normal trap card that says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First part is target exceeds monster you control, special summon one Goblin exceed monster from your extra deck using that monster you control as material. If you do, attach this card to it as additional material. This is a treat as exceed summon. Wait, what? I mean, like, I guess if you use everything, I mean, considering that you can still maybe even use your opponent's stuff, because I believe that's how the new Goblin stuff works anyways. You just attach them as material and like exceed with them. And then the second part is you get to banish this card from your graveyard, target a Goblin exceed monster you control, and one card in either graveyard, attach the second target to its first target as material. Okay, so more Goblin stuff over there. And then next up we have, this is coming out in Legacy of Destruction. These are, new Gold Pride. So starting off, we got the Gold Pride Assassinator, which is a level 5 Earth Machine Tuner effect, 1800 attack, 800 defense points. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Which part is if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can just special summon this card from your hand. Second part is you're going to banish one other Gold Pride monster from your hand, face up on the field or graveyard that has a level. Summon one Gold Pride token, Machine Dark attack, and defend 0 with the same level. Also, this card cannot be used for material for a fusion, synchro, exceed, or link summon for the rest of the turn unless it's for a Gold Pride monster. Next up, this is the Gold Pride Annihilator. So this is supposedly more likely their super boss monster. Let's see if it's actually any good. So it says that oh, we gotta scroll down actually. So it is a level 8 Dark Warrior effect, 2700 attack, 1700 defense points, and its materials are 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. And it says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part is during your opponent's turn. As a quick effect, you can target one fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link monster on the field, or link monster on the field, or up to 2 if your life points are lower than your opponent's, and destroy it. Okay, that's a pretty good effect, just being able to potentially even pop 2, and on top of that, it's generic. This is easily, okay, calling it right now, footprint, secret rare, and the TCG, the next like collector rare card. I mean, that's an insanely good effect. Being able to potentially get rid of 2 things, and especially since that is a quick effect, just if your life points are low, that's not even that hard of a requirement. Second part is once per turn during the end phase, if this card's first effect was active this turn, return this card to the action deck if you do special 1 gold Pride Assassinator from your deck or graveyard. Oh, okay, I was hoping you could just keep the card out. That's unfortunate. Now, obviously, you could still maybe negate that other part of the effect where it doesn't use it because this effect is only activated during your opponent's turn anyways. So is it really that bad that it goes back and then you just remake it again? I don't know. But let's check out the last of the cards. So next up, we have the Diabells of the Original Sin. And here is the artwork on this card. So 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense points. It's going to be a light illusion effect. So it's a level 7. It says you can only spell some with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is if there is a Sinful Spoils card in either graveyard, just special this card from your hand. Second part of the effect says your opponent cannot activate spell/trap cards that were not set. Okay, so then you force them to set, and then you just combo with that Dark Simorg anti-Smurf. I remember when that was like that thing. But the third part of the effect is if a spell or trap is set to the field while this monster is on the field, you can target 1 card, you control 1 card your opponent controls, and destroy them. It's a pretty solid effect overall. Like, just awesome. And since it requires them to set stuff, this should be kind of a good, cool tech card, maybe for some sort of stun or control sort of a deck. Next up, we have Sinful Spoils Cycle, which is a normal trap card that says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is to take 1 level 5 or higher illusion monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. If summoned this way, it cannot activate its effects during the main phase of this turn. Second part is you can banish the card from your graveyard, then target 1 face down card you will return to the hand, then you get to set 1 spell or trap from your hand. It's like a dust tornado. Next up, we have the Sinful Spoils of Dozing Morgan. So this is a normal trap card that says you can only use 1 of the first and second effects of this card's name per turn, only once a turn. So the first part says target a face up, special summon monster, change to face down defense position if you control a level 5 or higher illusion monster, and this card is in your graveyard. You can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so it's kind of reoccur at least 1 time. Honestly, out of all the cards, I actually really like the Diabells of the Original Sin, because it has a little bit more of a control playstyle. But anyways, guys, those are the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Let me know your thoughts on them. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn the bell so you don't miss out on more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which hopefully will be a card shop or something. I'm going to give you guys some cool OCG footage very soon.